I'm Mark from Pack Hacker, and in this video we'll be taking a detailed look at the Trakke Bannoch, which I've been testing for 3 weeks. We love the simple function and stylish aesthetic, however the water bottle pockets are a little bit small. For more information and our full written review, head on over to packhacker.com, link in the description below. Let's jump in. This is just a really simple and stylish bag overall. You can see we have the little Trakke logo here, handmade in Scotland, and really not much else going on as far as logos or, little icons or anything like that go. So they kept this bag really sleek and streamlined, and we really like that look. The materials are a dry finished wax canvas, so it's got a very nice heritage look and feel. All the materials just feel like really thick, really sturdy. They just feel great in the hand. And yeah, it's just been a pleasure to use so far. One thing to note with this type of material, you can get these like little scuffs here and there. As you use this bag more, it's gonna wear in and you will kind of get those all over, and it'll kind of contribute more to that heritage look. So just something to note if it's not your thing and those kind of little scuffs drive you crazy, this may not be the bag for you. Otherwise, it is just a really nice looking bag overall. So starting on the outside here, on each side we have a water bottle pocket. It's pretty slim. It stays close to the bag. As you can see, putting the water bottle in kind of like indents the bag a little bit. So if you have this bag fully packed out, it's going to be really hard to get that water bottle pocket in there. Now we have a 21-ounce hydro flask here, and that fits in just about perfect. And again, you can see it's kind of pushing into the bag a little bit there. So anything larger than this, you are going to have a really hard time fitting in there. But with that being said, when they're not in use, like we have on the other side here, it stays really close to the bag. You can barely tell it's there, and really helps keep that slim and simple outline to the bag. Flipping it over here, let's check out the harness system. There's not a lot going on here. Just right on top, we got this little loop. And again, these are just very thick, sturdy straps all over all these accent pieces that just add a nice touch to the bag. And on the harness system here, we don't have too much going on. They're just simple, pretty thin, but there is some dense padding in there, but thin though. So it's great for day pack size if you start really loading this out with, some sort of heavy gear. If you're trying to ruck with this bag, these shoulder straps are not gonna feel the greatest. But for what this bag is, these are more than adequate enough. And as you can see on the other side, we don't really have any mesh or anything for breathability. So they really kept the simple aesthetic throughout this bag. On the bottom here, we have some metal strap adjusters. The metal feels great, really premium, adds a nice kind of luxury look to the bag. However, the metal kind of grips the strap a little bit more than a plastic one would, so it can be a little tricky to adjust, but you might not be adjusting it all the time once you get it set up. And you can see there's kind of some little like teeth in there to kind of help grab the strap. So again, it can be a little difficult to pull it through and adjust, but once you get it situated, you'll be fine. And it just has a great look to it. On the back panel, there's no padding or anything, just simple there as well. And then on the back, there is a little pass through here. If you want to add a hip belt, you can see hopefully you can see, but there's some Velcro in there to attach it, just to help hold it in place. But again, with a bag of this size, you're not gonna really need a hip belt unless you have this thing super loaded out. On the front, we have 2 more metal buckles here. So these are not the fastest. Again, if it was just a plastic buckle, it would be much quicker than trying to fit this through there and make sure it's pulled all the way through. And they can be a little bit jangly, not too bad. Once you kind of have the pack on, they kind of, if it's fully packed out, then it kind of stays in place a little bit better. So it's not the fastest access because you do have to undo both of these, but the metal really adds to that premium look and feel. And then so once you open this up, this kind of seals in every single pocket in here. And obviously the main compartment too. What's nice about these are kind of like a little different option to expand the bag versus like what a roll top does. It kind of has the same function of if you just need a little bit more room on top, if it's a roll top bag, you kind of leave it a little bit more unrolled. I am personally not a big fan of roll tops, so I think this is a better option that has faster access. So if you just extend these and then put them through, you can get a couple extra liters there on top. So, you can go from here to there. So a little bit more extra room if you need it with still having quicker access. And also too, when we've just been going from, the office to our car, sometimes we don't even bother attaching these because the flap just kind of keeps everything, in for shorter distances, and then you have that faster access too if you just leave them undone. So getting into the compartments here on the front, we have two expandable compartments here. We've been kind of using these as like our quick grab pockets. So in one, we just got wallet, some sunglasses, and in the other one, just a few, tech items, some AirPods, and then just a power bank and a cord for that. So yeah, just like quick grab items in the front there. And as you can see, these actually expand quite a bit. We'll just throw this water bottle in there just to show you how tall they get, or how, away from the bag they can go. So if you do have a little bit bigger bottle that doesn't fit in the sides, you could possibly put it in the front here. But as you can see, they expand quite a bit. So you can actually load these out. They're like two individual little own bags of their own here. And if you don't want to use them, they just stay flat to the bag. That dry canvas is still a little stiff on ours, so as it breaks in, that'll be easier to push down. But for now, it's kind of best to kind of like fold them down. And then they are perfectly flat to the bag. And that's also a little bit cleaner look if that's your thing. And then behind that, we have kind of a document sleeve. We've just been throwing a tablet in here. It's a little big for that. It can slide around a little bit. It's really perfectly sized for folders, just standard paper size in here. We'd be a little worried about just putting papers in here loose because this is not the stiffest bag. There's no structure to it, so papers and things could get bent if they're in that. But if you got a stiffer folder that has some more structure, good spot for that. But yeah, we've just been throwing our tablet in there. And then the main compartment here, you can see we have this super bright orange material, makes it really, really easy to see inside here. Plenty of space just for your everyday stuff. Right now we just have a pair of over-the-ear headphones and two smaller packing cubes just to kind of help fill this bag out a little bit more. But as you can see to the bottom of the bag super easy with that bright liner. You don't have to worry about anything getting lost. Really bright, easy to see. And then in the back here, we have a laptop compartment. Their website says it is a 15-inch compartment, but we have a 16-inch MacBook in there, and it fits no problem. It is floating about maybe an inch off the bottom of the bag. There's not a ton of padding overall. So if you drop it from a larger height, you might be in trouble. But the floating laptop should keep it from any small drops. Should help with some protection there. And then on the front, we just have a little pocket here. This is the only zipper on the bag. We have a water-resistant style here just to keep everything a little bit more safe. We've been just using this as our tech compartment. So we got a charger in there and our mouse. Or you could also use this as kind of your quick grab pocket for items that you might be a little more worried they're going to fall out the front just because there is no zipper close. We haven't had that happen with the flaps down and the straps tight. It keeps everything tight in there. But if you're a little more paranoid and you're worried about that, you have a zippered pocket here if you just want to throw in, a notebook or put your, AirPods in this pocket instead. But overall, this has just been a really great bag to use for EDC. It just has a really nice look to it. The entire bag just feels really premium and luxury overall. So there you have it, the Trakke Bannoch. Check out packhacker.com for more information and best buying options that help support the channel at no additional cost to you. Link down below, and we'll see you in the next video.